And here we are. It's Friday and it's time for the news.
Yes,
Who's ready
it
for some
is.
news? I mean, you know, hey, it's news time. It's good time. And there's no good news like Gary Good News. The Great Space Coaster. There's a throwback classic for all you guys hanging out. All right, let's hop right into it. We got a half hour. Let's bang this out. You know, it's funny. I still think it's amazing. I was looking. This is the 20th show we've done on news. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I am still amazed that there's a news every week.
Yes, me too. You know, when we first started, I'm like, dude, every week.
Every week.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's not like something happens outside every day.
No, but apparently it does.
Yeah.
So let's start with the weather as always. As you can see, we're both wearing our hoodies. What do we got today, Fernando?
Right now we are at 46.
46 in Florida, guys.
The high is gonna be 63.
I gotta be honest with you, I almost didn't want to come to work today. I don't know how you guys do it up north.
This morning was a 43. Like when I wake up and all that stuff.
So it's funny. I have a friend up in Canada, Marty. He's a car stereo guy. He was one of the top 12, top 5 this year.
Yeah.
We've kept in touch. He's a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And so he knows how I feel about cold weather. So he sends me his Canadian snow shots. Mm-hmm. And it's great.
And you reply with?
Sucks to be you, bro. But I love them. I love the Canadian snow shots. I love the snow shots. I honestly, the one thing I would enjoy doing is filming like episodes in the snow.
Totally.
Just how people do our job in the snow. I don't know how you would do it, but yeah, it's 5 in Massachusetts.
19 degrees in Pittsburgh, and it feels like
just fill this up. Let us know what your temperature is and where you're at. You know how we feel about that.
That's
I love
crazy.
it. Summer will be here soon enough, guys.
And real quick, guys, if you guys have any topics that you want us...
News topics.
12 that you want to talk
news
about.
topics.
Type it, not here, right now.
Send it to Car Stereo. I should make a special... Yeah. But send it to carstereotalk@yahoo.com.
Yeah.
That's carstereotalk@yahoo.com. Feel free to send me any links to news stories you want us to cover or
what
talk
about
about.
the end of the video?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Post it down
and
below.
the end of the video.
Yeah, you can email me or post it in the comments after the video.
Yep.
But yeah, you know, some people like it's during the week and it's just easier to send me. Whatever you want to do. I have one guy that does that, and we're going to take part in some of the news episode or some of the news that he has sent me. It's like our roving reporter. I might have to actually come up with some artwork. And
Cargill is in Portugal.
what are you doing up? Or did you go to bed yet? Jesus. Yeah. All right, so let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Here's what we got. First floating radio from this brand. What could this brand possibly be? I left just enough text here on the bottom to see it. Floating 9 and 10 inch size radios are shipping from Boss Audio Elite brand. Mm-hmm. That's right, guys. The floating radio is
the trend now.
It's the trend. Yeah. Boss. And as we all know that follow these brands.
Yeah.
They've had these radios before.
Yes.
This is not their first foray into the floating screen radio.
No, not at all.
I feel like they've had these in the past, which I'm sure you guys all know.
Yep.
And no one wanted them. No one wanted them. They were like, this is... I mean, some guys wanted them, but for the most part, it just didn't catch on like we had thought. They were too early.
Yes.
And then once, everyone else got on board, Alpine Pioneer, Kenwood, it's like, seriously, guys, really? So they're back.
Yes,
they're back.
Yeah.
The originators. So spandex and fanny packs are back by the OG. So Boss is throwing their hand back into this. Honestly, it looks like a much nicer product than what we had before, which were just like those weird tablet things that. Okay, cool. But yeah, so we got a volume knob. They're going to be available with and without CarPlay, wireless.
Yes.
Wireless, and for a price that is just.
6-point-something inches, and that is definitely...
Yes, I'm laughing at your comment, RVH. I'm totally laughing at that. But hey, whatever. It is what it is.
Yep.
I'm sure it's... Hey,
this is the 10.1
They know their market. They're going to stay in it, and they're offering products in that market. Yeah. So that'll be that, and we'll move on from there. Hold on, let's get to my next news story here. Let's head over to the laptop. Here we go. So for those of you guys that are fans of the internet brands, which a lot of you guys are, and this is one of those that is sold. This is one of those HBO Max style brands, which means it's going to be in theaters and in retail. So it's in theaters and on the internet. Audio Dynamics, which one of these days we'll get to testing at DSP.
Okay.
They've come out with some new amplifiers, so it's their new MK series that are small. These things are tiny, 4.9 by 6.4, 4.9 by 11.9,
Okay.
4.9 by 6.4. So we got a 2-channel, we got a 50 by 4, and we got a 6-channel, 50 by 4, 125 by 2, which you can bridge 5 and 6 to 400 watts. So that's pretty cool. We got some new small amplifiers. You guys know how I feel about small amplifiers, so I don't know. I mean, it's about that big?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's
small.
gonna be cool.
Yeah.
At some point, maybe we'll have to reach out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so for those of you guys that are big fans of Audio Dynamic and like small amplifiers like I do, here we go.
Totally.
This is a nice one. So Sky High Audio, which we talked about last year, who's making a foray into the speaker business. They're getting out of just wiring and distribution blocks and installation. They're chasing the big money, the big ticket items. They've teamed up with Bobby Gately, who makes some of the most amazing subwoofer enclosures. I guess we could call them pre-mades, but they're this. I just call them Gately boxes because let's be honest, they're super sexy.
That's how they call it.
And after hearing one finally, dude, they are no joke, and they look and feel as sexy as they look in the pictures.
The design is really nice. The shapes, everything.
I love everything about his box. I mean, it's.
Now talk about him. Do you see the new Plexi box that he's making? It's insane.
No, I've taken a step back from the social media so that I can kind of focus on breathing.
All right, so this Gately Audio
6.5-inch woofer.
Wow.
As we can all see, it's got a 6.5-inch woofer with a 6-inch thick magnet. It's like gigantic. It's vented pole piece. Here it is compared to a bottle of some form of ale, probably. It's the kind. It's got the wires coming off of it. You know.
So all right, so it's 6 inches.
Watts.
And 6 inches of the magnet, so that's 12 inches, bro.
Reminds me of a Fletch. 6'2", 6'7" with the afro. So we got 400 watts, 700 watt max. My guess is these are, I mean, just looking at the woofer, looking at the cone, it's good. I feel this perfectly accentuates the Gately boxes.
Ooh.
So if you're a fan of the box, I know he's going to be making these available because I believe Sky High is the distributor for the boxes. So, hey man, if you want some badass woofers in a Gately box, go all the way. Go full Gately.
Go full Gately.
I would love to hear these.
Oh, yes.
So, and I'm sure they're just amazing. You know, they keep doing this with 6.5s because, you know, we've talked about them before. I'm not a fan of the small woofers, which is funny because it seems like the only woofers we ever get to talk about and play with are small woofers. I mean, the Ground Zeros, the Scars, the Rockford. It's like 8 and 6.5s are the only things we ever get to play with.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to play with more, you know, like...
One of these days.
One of these days.
Or our shallow mounts.
Shallow mounts, exactly.
We get to play with shallow. I mean, because we got the L7T in Haley's truck. But yeah, so anyways, for those of you, Gately's making his woofers. From what I can tell, this is the start of the line. So we have 6.5s. We also have an 8-inch. Apparently there is more products to be had, which we'll get to at the end of this and why they might not be out yet. Correction, pack to launch, Amp Pro sub interface.
What does that mean?
What are we talking about? So, funny story. We've talked about this on our other channel a lot. Amp Pro, AR, these guys here, Zen A to Bs, access interfaces to tie into a factory stereo and get a preamp section without using a high level to low level adapter. So an unadulterated, crystal clear, perfect sounding preamp section. The dream since I was a young car audio boy was to have this out of a factory radio. And it has become reality thanks to companies like PAC. And the problem that we ran into one day was that selling someone an Amp Pro, which is an expensive piece, to just put in a subwoofer.
Mm-hmm.
After some talking and convincing, someone got the idea to come out with a Sub Pro. So basically what we got is an Amp Pro with just a subwoofer output. The nice thing about Amp Pro is that Amp Pro is designed to integrate and keep the factory amplifier. So if you have a Chrysler or a Ford that has the Sony system or the whatever countless systems the Chrysler has, and you would like to just add a sub amp because you're fine with the rest, well, now you can do that. You can get the Sub Pro, plug that in, and you'll get a preamp section crossed over at 120 hertz and down. Yep. So it is pre-crossed over, so you can't use it as a full range output. But it's turns off the ANC, takes out bass roll off.
The bass roll off.
De-equalization. So now you're getting the perfectly. There's no EQ curve on it. So all the things that suck about integrating into a factory stereo just for subwoofer are no longer a factor. And if you're only wanting to do a subwoofer, this is the piece for you.
Right.
So make sure to head over to pack-audio.com and you can check out, see if they make one of these. They're only really making them for two cars right now. We'll see how that goes forward. Yeah. So, cool there. Since we were talking about Metra, we'll talk about... Now this... Okay, so I thought this was... This is kind of funny. So this is not a double DIN. It's a double DIN opening, but it's for an L chassis radio. L chassis radios where it's a single DIN on the bottom, but the screen continues up to the top. Really, the only company that's still making these or makes these is Alpine. You could also use just the regular Pioneers, which are just screens. But Kenwood, Sony, and JVC don't offer a product that will work in this dash kit. But this is okay. So this is for a Grand Cherokee 96 to 98. Like this car here. Oh, okay. Well, it's not going to give me the picture I want, which is it's kind of okay. So, for those of you guys that honestly, I didn't even know these cars were still on the road. I think it's cool that they're making the kit, and this is one of the things I really like about this new approach that Metra has to making cool products.
Okay.
Is that they're really, I mean, they are putting all their effort into making dash kits and wiring harnesses and amp integration. So as much as in the past I may have poo-pooed anything they've done, you know, there again, I keep an open mind. I always have.
So it's like anything, you know, you have to evolve. And apparently they've been hearing all these people and they're like, okay, we want to change. And they've been changing a lot of stuff. So, and they become more product available. So
along with this dash kit, they've come out with a handful of other dash kits. Speaker brackets, they own the speaker bracket business, guys. If you need speaker brackets, you got to go to Metra. But yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty cool that they've done this. I mean, they had to build in air conditioning. I mean, it's a lot of work for a car that's really only exists for 2 years, but apparently it's still on the road. I mean,
apparently whoever has it is
wow. That's pretty amazing. So kudos to them for keeping hope alive as far as that goes and making products that are neat. You had a story you wanted to touch on.
Now that you are in the Metra side, well, I just wanna see the actually Metra making the harness for motorcycles, right?
Yeah. So hold on.
So there you go. For all you guys that actually have a motorcycle,
Harleys.
Yeah. I believe it's 1998 to 2013 and up. Like they have different models. Now they make T-harness for that. So
no more cutting harnesses.
No more cutting harnesses.
Now I know they're not the only ones that are making T-harnesses.
No.
There's quite a few companies like iData has the AHD2 T-harness that allows you to reprogram the radio with the DSR1 or the AR for that matter.
And
I feel again, this is
And I feel that Metra now becomes more knowing because of the T harnesses they start reproducing.
Okay, so that's where the funny part lies in, because they were making all the T harnesses, and then all of a sudden they've decided to not make T harnesses.
Correct.
However, that might not be true. We don't know. All we know is that right now, like, trying to get anything from a lot of manufacturers is still very difficult. We had an incident yesterday. We were trying to install in a car, and we needed a harness to retain the factory backup camera because they make one, and we didn't want to have to hardwire it in. Saves time and whatnot. And, like, we've had the harness on back order apparently since October, I was told yesterday. So we still don't have it, and it's been since October. So, as we know that the struggle is apparently real.
Yep.
Who knew? But with that being said, what else you got there? Oh, yeah, let me go to this. All right, we'll head over to Fernando's. Oh, boy.
Yes, the other one are our friends from JBC Kenwood.
This is mainly Kenwood, though.
This is, okay. So the big manufacturer, but Kenwood actually came out with a motorcycle communication system.
So a lot of you guys don't know this, or you may, I don't know, is that one of the things that Kenwood does as a company is walkie-talkies.
Yes.
They are a huge walkie-talkie manufacturer in the shortwave radio world. They are, like, awesome, apparently. I don't know, I'm not in that world, but from what everyone tells me, they're pretty amazing. As we all know, motorcycles and ATVs and all those things that you have to wear a helmet for are all the rage right now.
Yes.
And so, in that, something unique that only they can do, have combined both their technologies, so to speak, their car audio and, well, I won't say car audio, their 12-volt distribution chain, with this, and created these, which are pretty cool because, do they have a picture of it?
Well, it's this one.
No, I mean of it like on a helmet. Click on the. I thought they did.
No, they have just the.
When you go to the page. No, go back to the helmet. Just click on it.
They only show you the. Of course, the writing, right there.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
But either way, so they make two of them. Yes. They make two of them. One is actually a 4K recording camera, because if you have a motorcycle, of course, it's recording camera. You have to have that.
You gotta have a GoPro right here.
Right. It's a Bluetooth. You can hear music, FM, and
advanced noise canceling.
And
and water resistance.
Water resistance, of course. The second one is not a 4K camera. It's just a regular Bluetooth intercom.
We know these things exist already, but it's just, a company that we care about is now making them. So if you're into that kind of thing, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so I like this story.
Okay.
Telling the future, if we could only do that. I mean, we want to know what tomorrow brings. All of us do. We want to know who's going to win the Super Bowl. We have a vested interest in it because it's our home team. We want to know when we get to go out and play again. We all want to know these things. Thanks to Sema, we now do. But not really. So somehow Sema's pulled together a bunch of information and come up with 3 scenarios. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Sema and what Sema is the big automotive industry gala, we'll call it, that happens in October in Las Vegas. It's where everything that has anything to do with automotive world comes together. Wheels, tires, transmissions, car stereos. It's a huge thing. They cover it on TV. Everybody goes. They make Sema cars, and we were supposed to go this year. Kicker, they are huge there. Rockford is huge there. It has become like the de facto 12-volt place to be in October, because that's what it is. It's like a lot of 12-volt companies now use this as their consumer electronics show. Meaning this is, Kicker Unmasked was a result of Sema being canceled. So Sema has put this together somehow with their fortune tellers. They've come out with an optimistic scenario, 20% chance, a pessimistic at 25% chance, and a projected scenario at 55% chance.
Okay.
And what they put together is like how many people are going to be vaccinated, how much money people are going to spend. But the key thing in all of this is when people will start to be traveling again. Conveniently, they say September.
Yeah.
September will all be traveling again in the projected scenario with an optimistic chance.
All right. It's all good. I like it. I like the idea. I like everything.
I like it too. It gives people hope.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm on the red side right now.
Pessimistic?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're totally a pessimist.
I'm totally a pessimist. And the reason why is like how is going on right now. Like we all know that we're gonna get out of this and start new, flip the page, everything fresh. Unfortunately, like how the virus and the new virus and all that stuff is going, nobody listens, you know? So I just don't know if you actually that it's accurate.
I don't know. Oh, of course we don't know if it's accurate. It's a projection.
Right.
So I just think it's funny that that's what they...
I would love to be in the optimistic scenario because I want to go to Sema, I want to go to Knowledge Fest, I want to go to all these events, totally.
Yeah.
For me, I just don't see that going right now. But, okay.
Well, so I find it funny that the whole reason why I just was like, I have a concert to go in August. Need crap back to normal.
Yeah, me too.
Don't we all? Right?
Yeah. I got a Knowledge Fest in August.
Yeah.
I want to go.
You know, Mr. Truck Driver Robert Van Hoyt says, trust me, there's plenty of people out there traveling now. And there are plenty of people out there traveling now, for sure.
Yeah. And hopefully the vaccine and everything goes quicker and everything, it's done. So,
yeah.
Hey,
so
why
I'm
not?
excited. I just thought it was a funny story because it's like, everyone will be traveling by September, which means you can come to Sema in October. So I don't know. I hope so. I hope we've all been vaccinated and whatnot.
All right, so just go quick right here.
Do you have? We got a CD to give away still.
Yes.
So we want to make sure we get to that. But so don't
right.
leave. Stay to the very end because we're gonna give it away here.
I don't know if you guys see this. Do you see that one?
Still have this. No.
The GM actually offer only electric cars by 2035. That's it. So all the gas is gone. What do you think about that?
Did you ever see that movie, The Electric Car?
No.
The History of the Electric Car, or something about that? What happened to the electric car? Where like the whole thing in California went down, where like the Ford made this electric car that they would only lease.
Yeah.
And then they when they recalled all the leases, all the cars got scrapped, and that was when California was going to make it mandatory for people to offer only electric cars.
Yeah.
Offer an electric car by a certain point in time, and things changed in California. Some shady crap went down for sure, but then all these cars just got destroyed and whatnot. And I mean, I feel now that the consumers are clamoring for like we're all like, we want electric cars, we want electric cars, we want electric cars. So I think it's the end around. It's finally switched. Like before, it was the government in California saying we want these, and the business is going, no, let's just keep making these, and big gas guys over here going. And there again, I'm not a politico, so I can't really speak to this. It's just my layman's objectivity of how I saw it.
Yeah,
but,
and they're going to change the game. That's what, like, apparently that's what they say.
Want greener cars, focus on fuel efficiency over electric vehicles.
So now they say they will offer 30 all electric models globally.
Yeah. So I think, so my opinion on like fuel efficiency, stop-start is not fuel efficiency, okay?
No.
They need to just get that shit out of their head and thinking that stop-start is fuel efficient. To me, that's a lazy approach to like making something that runs more fuel efficient. Yeah, the GM EV1, okay. GM be lucky to still be in business by 20.
Hey, man.
Honestly, we'll all be lucky.
Yes.
I bet first Sema back would be nuts. You know, I'm all for an electric car. Like my commute to work is an electric car. Like if they had made an electric Camaro 10 years ago, I would have bought it. But I don't want to drive a Prius. And honestly, I don't see the fascination with a Tesla. I'm not the guy that looks at a Tesla and goes, ooh, I think they're ugly. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be the first one to say it. I know it. I think they're ugly. I personally, there again, I just don't get it. I look at it and go, okay, I mean, it's nicer than a Prius, but I don't want to drive one. You know, they're just, it's not cool. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there again, I drive a sports car because it looks cool. Whether you like a Mustang, a Camaro, a Corvette, or any one of a G30, a G series car, or a BMW, or, you know, all the sportier looking cars. If you like those cars, it's very hard to go, I want to drive a four-door thing.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, they're just grocery getters. It's like, don't get me wrong, love the Honda Accord. I've owned a Honda Accord. Don't want to drive a Honda Accord. Just not my thing. It's like, I like two doors.
Yeah.
I don't have anyone that needs to be in the back seat. I don't have friends that I want to take in my car. It's my car. I have another car at home that we do that with. So there's no reason for me, as a dude, not a tree hugger.
Yep.
It itches.
Hey, Dean is the same thing.
But like I said, because like I said, if they made a Camaro that was electric, I would have strongly, I won't say I'll buy it because the pricing was wrong, let's be honest.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah. Wow, dude, I drive my car is 10 years old, and or 11 years old.
Yeah.
And it has 55,000 miles on it. I don't drive it.
Right.
I don't drive it that much.
Exactly, so enjoy the power of
There is no power. Dude,
5 minutes!
Dude, we have a commute
Put
that's
the gas
just
on
like,
the way. Yeah. Oh.
I just want to look cool doing it.
Go into 19 and just go around.
Damn, like I said, and that's why I said European cars.
Yep.
Okay, because like an Audi 4-door, BMW 4-door, those are sporty, awesome looking cars with 4 doors. And there again, whatever you consider sporty, a Tesla, in my opinion, is not a sporty looking car. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, and a smoking car stereo though.
All right.
So, anyways, we got a CD to give away. As always, end the show with some fun and some controversy and.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about the news is this is just our opinion. I figure if everyone, if
totally.
all the other news channels can do it, damn it, so can we.
Yes, this is a personal opinion.
Yeah.
All right.
So. This is the Ask a Test CD. For those of you that aren't familiar with the show, we have a bunch of these still. We are giving them away to one lucky person. It usually takes 3 to 4 weeks before I ship it out. But
be patient.
This
You're
is
gonna have
a
a CD?
spectacular CD. If you're into test and tune and want your car to sound better, this is the one. These are brought to us by the fine folks because we had 2 people give them to us.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeff Smith from Amp Global, which is Stinger and Phoenix Gold, as well as Bill Freeman, who is Morel and Kenwood, which are sponsors of the CD. So we'd like to give them a big thanks for participating in the show and being a constant supporter of this train that we're rolling on through. Fernando, do you have some form of a question or a giveaway, or did you randomly pick someone already?
All right. No, I'm gonna go with this. What's the name? We talk about this. We talk about this show.
On this show.
Yes, today. Right now.
Yes.
What's the name of the product that's going to allow you to add a subwoofer and on the premium system keep the factory?
So keep the factory system.
Keep the factory amplifier system, but you can add a subwoofer.
What product?
What's the name of that product?
Okay. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Oh no, I
don't even remember. I've already forgotten. What could it possibly be? Oh man.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so David Monroe.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I had to refresh this really quick to get there. David Monroe. Yeah, you got it. Bill, no, that was wrong. Dave, you got it right, but David Monroe was faster, and you forgot the sub portion on it. So, thanks everyone for playing. David Monroe was the fastest keyboard warrior on the show today.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So what you need to do, Dave, of course, is send me an email to carstereotalk@yahoo.com. That's carstereotalk@yahoo.com. I need your address, so send me a email to carstereotalk@yahoo.com with your address. And if anyone would like to send us links to stories they would like us to cover, meaning give you our opinion on and present to the audience here, you can also send that to carstereotalk@yahoo.com, as well as if you're watching this after the fact, please feel free to leave something in the comments, and we will get to those stories and cover them. And that's it.
I just want to say thank you guys, because actually you paying attention of the news. Sometimes doesn't make sense, but hey, thank you.
This is the fun news, though.
Yes.
I mean, this is
totally.
This is the happy news. This is news that doesn't suck. But, maybe we should do a call to action. Run to your local car stereo shop and buy them out.
Yes.
Buy all their stuff. Go, we're not standing for it anymore. We want to purchase everything in here.
Yes, correct.
Do that.
Yeah.
It's
gonna make it better.
Guys, thank you so much, as always, for tuning in and playing along with us this morning. Don't forget, tomorrow, 6 o'clock, we'll be on the other channel, 5-Star Car Stereo. We're taking your questions, doing the weekly Q&A show. So excited to be doing that.
Finally, the truth. Thank you, man.
And of
brought
course,
to you by?
We're brought to you by somebody? Smash Force Productions. Thank you so much. Yes. For those who don't know, it's actually the parent company of this whole network.
Yeah.
The guy that owns that, I hear, is a real jerk. Anyways, thanks, guys. And make sure you tune in to 5 Minutes with 5-Star on our Instagram, which is 5-Star Car Stereo, where we do daily updates on what's going on in the Bay. And today we will be on talking about what we got sitting right outside the door right here that stayed the night. So we had a camper, and not an actual camper. It was someone that stayed the night. So, all right, we talked long enough. You guys have a great day. We will see you later.
Bye, guys.
You got the mouse over there. Click
that's
it.
Right.